Scrappy friends, big welcome to my YouTube channel today. It's Melinda here with you, and I have a new layout share for you. This one is for Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 Days of Sketches, volume 10. I shared the sketch right at the beginning, and I'll make sure I pop it up in the top corner for you as well. Like I said, I showed you the sketch right at the beginning. I was very inspired by the vertical lines in the background, and then you can see I've gone with 3 colours, kept the title pretty much where it was, and then all the way around there's all the different, in the sketch it's all florals, but I've got all those embellishments there. So as I can't remember if I said it or not now, I am using my September stash kit that I have put together. I did end up pulling this rainbow pattern paper in because I felt like it worked perfectly, and as you can see I have cut the center of that out so that I have got leftovers of that to use on this and other pages. I've just pressed the edges of my thick white smooth cardstock, and I've just stuck those together. This is going to be a mixed media background that I put together myself. This was lots of fun. I'm really pleased that I was inspired to create this one. So I've got my T-square ruler and a lead pencil here. I know that I'm going to have my 3 photos along the center, and I wanted to have the colours in the background match with the stripes in the very background paper, and I'm going to embellish colour on colour as well. So I'm just using my T-square ruler, like I said, a lead pencil, and I'm just lining up the lines of the pattern paper with my white cardstock and penciling a line in there. I am going to do some stenciling, but first I decided I was going to do some stamping just to add a little bit of something to the background. So I'm using, this is watering can archival ink and a 13 Arts stamp. I'm going to ink that up a few times and just messy stamp on the background. I love this stamp, it's super awesome. And because it's archival ink, I know it's not going to move when I get my paint and water on the page, which is awesome. So you can see I'm just inking it up and then stamping it down and stamping off any excess ink anywhere on the background. I'm not thinking too much about it. I just wanted to get something on the background to add a bit of interest and texture. I'm going to come in with another stamp in just a minute, which is a number stamp by Viva Las Vegas stamp, and I'm going to use my VersaFine Onyx Black ink. Again, another one that's not going to move once it is completely dry, which is handy when you're working with watercolours. So you can see I'm just adding again some messy stamping, doing, stamping off the excess, making sure I cross over those lines where I know I'm going to, like where the colours are going to, I hadn't decided at this point whether they're going to be completely separate or blend together. So yeah, I'm just adding lots of little bits of stamping, and then I'm going to dry this off super quick with a heat tool. Once I get to that. So there are a bunch of us playing along with this sketch, and I believe that Chrissy has had a bunch of people playing along all month long. So I'll make sure I link everything that I can in the description box below. If you have just found me because of Christy's amazing channel, I do love watching her videos. She always has some amazing shares. Welcome. If you are not already a subscriber, I would love you to hit that subscribe button, leave me some love, say hi, introduce yourself. But yeah, if you haven't already, please do make sure you stop over and check out Christy's channel. Like I said, she's got amazing content over there, and I'm a big fan. So this is me continuing work on my background here. This is Glass Bead Glitter Gel by Faber-Castell and a TCW stencil, and you can see I've just added some detail. I have added to each of those stripes, and you will see that pop, the texture pop, once I add my colour here. So I am working with, these are all Shimmers products. I was really impressed that I was able to use all Shimmers products and not have to write them all down, like if they were all different ones. So let me just grab my big paper. So from left to right, the lightest pink that I've got there is Beats Me. And then the next one, Beats Me, which is an Inklings. And then the next one is Pip Pip Cheerio, which is a Shimmers. My orange is Orange Sherbet, which is also a Shimmers. My yellow is Bumblebee, another Shimmers. What's next? 1, 2, 3, 4. The green is called Celery, another Shimmers. And then the minty tealy colour, it's more mint than anything, is actually a combination of Inklings, Me and Blue, and Creamy's Refresh Mint. Gave me the perfect colour, and so that's what I've used. As you saw, I started by having all the lines completely separate. Then I went back in with just some plain water and blended those colours out a bit more and spread them out so that the colours were all touching. And then I went in with a damp baby white to take the colour off of the glitter paste, just so that that pops a little bit more. It's got this really awesome texture. It does have little glass beads in the gel, and it's also got glitter, which is super awesome. So I did leave all of that stenciling to dry naturally. I didn't want it to bubble up or do anything weird, so like I said, I left that one overnight. And now I'm going in with my embellishing. I knew fairly early on that I wanted to do colour on colour, and you can see around my work surface I've got the pinks, the orange, the yellow, the green, and the teal colour. And I'm just working I'm like, right, I need something in this section, so I'm grabbing something from that pile of embellishments and adding that in where I think it will fit. So I've got all kinds of bits and pieces here, all from my stash kit. Like I said, I did want to get lots of the bits and pieces used up because some of them have been set in my stash for ages. These labels are from Pretty Little Studio. The couple of tags that I've currently got on the page are from Bella Boulevard. That pink little card is from one of the 6x6 paper pads. Well, the +1 6x6 paper pad by Amy Tam. The rubber piece is from Freckled Fawn, and you can see here I wasn't loving the white. There was a lot of white. So I have used some scraps of the yellow paper and the tag as the shape and just cut my own little tag there. I'm going to do the same here with the orange. I do have 2 orange labels there. One is a lighter orange than the other, but I wanted more of a brighter orange to match what was in the background. So that is why I made that other tag. Because of all the texture in the background, I was really struggling here. Things were getting stuck and caught when I was trying to slide them under. You can see I'm using my little pokey tool here, trying to get things to move where I want them, and then everything moves, and then nothing moves. But I get there in the end. So I'm just sifting through the bits and pieces I've got here. I'm going to turn this into a tag as well. I had to work out where I wanted it before I did anything to it. And so I'm just using that little tag to cut the tag shape, and it's going to go right pretty much there. I did think of using that as my title, but then I found some stickers that I wanted to use, so that's the whole reason why I went with another title. So you can see I'm just working at my placement here, making sure I'm happy with everything. In just a minute I'm going to stop the camera and stick all the bits and pieces that I've worked out, I think, and then continue on from there. Okay, so nothing's stuck still. I was, like I said, I was really struggling with this teal colour, and I pulled out my 2 butterfly punches, and you can see I've punched the butterflies just using some of those scrap papers. I'm going to do the same with the pink here. This pink matched really well with that pink in the background. That is another one from the Amy Tan paper pad, the pink one. The teal one is Ellie Studio. I wanted to make sure that the pattern on this one was going the same way on both of the butterflies. You can see I'm trying everything and trying nothing, and yeah, so I felt like I needed a bit more green, so I pulled in this green label. Wanted a bit more yellow, so this little yellow frame. Tried to tuck in the other part, but couldn't. I did think of having my journaling be like behind the photos so that you can pull it out, but I ended up changing my mind, and I do pull out another punch and use that. I did try this, but I was like, no, there's way too much white here. Get rid of that. Knew I wanted some more orange, so here comes that orange from the inside of the background paper. Punched a butterfly. I'm like, this, I really like it. I'm going to match it to an ink color and do some stamping to give it a little bit more interest. I think I went with spiced marmalade, carved pumpkin. So rather than pull out anything else, I just use the same 13 Arts script stencil, and I'm just doing a little bit more stamping. I'm going to do some more on this little scrap so that I can punch a little butterfly, which I do not end up using. But it's okay, you can go back in with the rest of my embellishments that are going away. So you can see I've still got nothing stuck. And I'm going to fuss with this butterfly for a little while. Pretty sure he comes off. And then like this butterfly, it just kept moving. It was driving me mental. And at this point I was like, right, I've had enough. I'm going to start sticking things down. So jump forward and you can see I've got the photos and most of the elements around there all stuck together so I can move it all as one big piece. I pulled out my notebook edge punch, and that's what I've got up the top there behind. I've got the yellow and the orange. It breaks up that white, which makes me happy, and then I've also done the green as well. Wanted to add in some more texture, so I've got some thread and I've matched the thread colours to the background pattern paper, and I'm just putting that behind where my butterflies are going. You'll notice on the right hand side in that teal section I have changed things a little bit, so my butterflies are going to have to move. I had this other little cut apart, the one that says My Happy Place, which I cut into a tag shape as well, and I've just popped that on the right hand side of the photo. I'm going to move my butterflies down to here. Had a real hard time getting things to stick with all that texture in the background. I ended up popping my punches on top and leaving it overnight. 2 butterflies there. Happy with how they're looking, so I need to now add in my pink. I'm going to pop that straight onto my background and then stick my one butterfly goes on top and one kind of gets tucked under-ish. And I really like the way that looks. I just add some extra glue to different parts of the thread to get it to stick. So you can see I slid that one under a little bit. And there I go, just sticking some of those extra loops down. Time for my title. So I had this sticker. It's a jelly bean soup sticker. It just says together. And I'm going to use that label that I've got tucked into my photo there for the word together. And then I'm going to pull out just the pink alphas and spell out fun. And I was happy enough with this title, but on the sketch it does say like a long title, and so I thought, how can I make this longer? I'll utilize the space at the top where that label is, and I'll put in the word colourful. And with those ones I used all of the colours, just made sure that I didn't have 2 of the same colour next to each other. You don't see me stick that one on, or do you? No, this is where I'm adding fun. Fun together. So these photos were taken last year after my boys had their colour run at school. We always have fun doing this, and you can see I've added my journaling. I've just used a grey pen and I think my journaling says we always have so much fun at the colour run, or something to that effect. Finally cracked open these rainbow puffy hearts from Ellie's Studio, and I'm going to add in 2 of each colour to each area, again sticking to that tone on tone. I do have to pull in another pack to get a closer green, which is totally okay. 2 yellow ones. I've also added some grey and white twine to all of those tags. This is the perfect colour for that. And I'm just going to pull in these couple of greens from another Ellie's Studio Puffy sticker pack. Almost at the end here now. This video is a bit longer, but I cut out as much as I could. If you do have any questions about anything, or I've missed anything, please make sure you leave me a comment below. I'm more than happy to answer your questions and explain anything I missed. I've gone in with these little honeybee gemstones as well, and added 3 of each colour again to each of the colours. And then I wanted to add a little bit more of that grey around the page, so I've grabbed out one of my grey sprays, and you can see I'm splattering that again where those butterflies are, and then I'm using my paper towel to tidy up any of those, like to make them a bit lighter. I think that is it. Yes, so I'm going to give you that little close-up, and then I have left this little bit in for you because I often cut this out, but I do tend to go through with almost all of my layouts, and the things that need to, well, that I feel I need to add a bit of dimension to, or bend up the corners, I go in and do that. And then here's the sketch again. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed my share. Like I said, if you do have any questions, please make sure you drop them below. If you're new here, again, a big welcome. Thank you so much for choosing to spend your scrappy time with me. Please do leave a comment, introduce yourself if you haven't already. And if I already know who you are, leave me a comment and say hi, or tell me what you're up to, what you're looking forward to. Yeah, so make sure you check out everyone's shares for today, and you know, if you haven't already, like I said, go follow Christy and all of the amazing inspiration that she shares. I hope you have enjoyed and have a fantastic scrappy day. I'll see you in my next video.